Welcome back today, guys. Thank you guys for stopping in. Look at this wonderful Kentucky weather we have. Yesterday, day before, you know, nice 60, 70 degree weather. Today, 40 was the high. We're back to coats and hoodies, and welcome to Kentucky, ladies and gentlemen. Back where we left off in the latest video was we got a bearing to fix on our nice drum here. And the drum is really heavy. Problem located.
Right there.
Well, at least the
Look at that, it even slid right off.
Look at that. We're such great mechanics in life. Why don't we just open a mechanic shop where we worked on farm equipment?
No.
Why not? That's basically all we do now. We just pretend, we just go farming about a week out of the year.
It's our junk. I don't want to work on other people's junk.
Except when we get to borrow their equipment afterwards, right?
Well, yes. Yes, I can do that.
It definitely spun right out of there. For the ones of you who are not as mechanically inclined or do not have experience messing with this kind of stuff, those bearings are supposed to turn and slide right out nice and gentle, like it's been greased its whole life and never ran in dirt or any dusty conditions at all, and have been kept inside out of the weather its whole life.
Or then there's some that need persuasion.
Which, to the owner, we were not hitting your bearing, we were tapping it, gently persuading it to like decisions. And there you go, our bearing has been fixed and everything is assembled back together. So why don't we take this thing out for a spin now?
From Central City, Kentucky, the home of True Vine Farms, the one and only Farmer King.
You guys saw the Packer get the run, and my dad actually finished running the Packer for me. He got off work early one day and he's able to finish. But I never explained what we were actually doing for it. So I had to run up here and grab you guys anyways, because you guys were left in the tractor. And I'm not going outside because it's really cold out there. It's like 40 degrees and the wind's blowing, so it's like really cold out there. But where we had ripped the ground at, it sort of had left a little bit of a wavy ground with a little bit of dirt sticking up and some dirt balls. So all we did with that Packer was run it across to flatten the ground and break up those dirt balls. Because when you run the Packer, you want it to be dry, but not super dry. Intermediate, right amount of moisture, sort of like planting dirt. So that way it will break up all your dirt clods. So that's all we did with that. And we were done with that because we only had like 40 acres that had to be rode over, because you know, ripping is very time consuming, and it's sort of broken down into, you do fractions of your land each year and you rip every year, and you just do different parts of what you farm. You guys made it back. Look what has made it into the shop. We gotta get her ready to go because we are pressed for time, because it's almost like it's gonna rain when we go out in the field and we're gonna get shut down anyways. But that is besides the point. We got a lot to do, and it's 8 o'clock at night, and I gotta grease the thing, and I gotta put air in the tires, and I hook up 2 hydraulic hose lines, a PTO shaft, and some lights, and it should take about 10 minutes, but we got a lot to do. So all joking aside, is one thing that we have to do is, right now we got the spreader unhooked from the tractor. It's because when we were ripping last fall, we had that tongue pushed all the way in, or drawbar, if you want to say it that way, pushed all the way in so it wouldn't get into the shanks. So that needs to be extended back out, because if not, our PTO shaft is so long that it'll fit onto the shaft, but it will cause binding when we get into turning and all that. So that could be an expensive problem later on down the road. Now, I have accomplished hooking my PTO shaft up and all my 3 hoses, or lines, or whatever you want to call them. But look, I'm going above and beyond. I am mounting cameras on the thing. Actually, all I had to do is stick the camera on here because we already had the wiring harness in here, but nobody needs to know that. I'm going to be above and beyond and reaching my full potential. Now, as far as everything else goes, the only thing left to do to the spreader is when we put it up, we've already oiled the chain and all that. We try to keep all of that lubricated because litter destroys metal. It loves metal. I don't know if you noticed, but that whole thing is metal. And no, it's not made out of plastic. I'm surprised they ain't made one out of plastic yet, but it's not made out of plastic yet. So we do have to try to lubricate it, and we just have to grease the bearings, make sure the tires got air in them, because that is on a trailer frame, that spreader bed is, and that's just how they're made. But in the field, it gets to rocking side to side and twisting that frame, and then when you get to turning, the wheels are really stiff. So if you've ever seen a trailer, how the wheels sort of flex when you turn, you cringe just watching it happen, because you know it can't be good on anything. But other than that, the spreader will be ready to go. Now, this tractor has not been serviced yet this year, and this tractor got ran a lot last year, but it has not been ran enough to, like, it's good on oil change. We changed it before harvest last year, and we didn't put enough hours on it it needed to be changed for springtime this year. But we'll blow out air filters. I mean, I don't have a manual to the thing, so I don't really know what's required to do, but air filters, grease the thing, check the oil. We do have a wheel seal leaking over here on this front axle, but it's been leaking ever since we owned it, and it ain't ran out of oil yet, so I guess it's good too. That was sarcasm. But we have replaced the seal, and it still leaks, so as long as it's got oil in it, we're good to go. I guess you gotta put some good old diesel fuel in there. This thing's too old to have depth yet. Hopefully, I'm sure the next tractor we buy that's this size will probably have depth in it. But anyways, that's another story for another day. So why don't we get to work? Alright, that is everything I'm going to do tonight. I got the air filters cleaned out. I checked oil levels on the tractor. The only thing left to do to the tractor before it's ready is wash windows, which that ain't really a thing that has to be done. And then I need to grease. Really, the only thing you have to grease on this thing is the 3-point hitch, and then this front axle majority gets greased because it has a lot of pivot points on it. But other than that, it should be ready to go. We're gonna have to clean our grill right here because we may have somebody coming out to film the tractor working in the field. You guys will just have to wait and see. But that should be everything. So I'm going in the house. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope that you guys have enjoyed it. Like I said, we're trying to pick up on content more, be more consistent. So hopefully that's working, gain more followers. But thank you guys for watching, and the ones that have been supporting, I really appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember, faith, family, farming. See you in the next one.